Nicole is going to start off this hour in Massachusetts. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Hi, Chris. Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year to you. How can we help?
Thank you. So I am 23 with no debt. I'm currently saving for a 20% down payment on a house. Now, my family was really hurt in the '08 crash. It led to my parents' divorce and so forth. So that whole experience really left a scar. So my question is how to best get over this anxiety of putting so much of my hard-earned money into such a big purchase.
I'm confused why you would have anxiety over having a smaller payment.
No, not a smaller payment.
You would if you put down a larger amount.
You mean more than 20%?
The more you put down, the lower your payment is, right?
Right.
And the closer you are to being debt-free. Because having the home paid for would certainly remove anxiety, would it not?
I think the anxiety is more about having so much of my wealth in like one asset.
Mm-hmm. If it were paid for, what would be the problem? Why would that cause you anxiety if you paid 100% cash for the house?
I guess it wouldn't.
Okay, because what it amounts to is your anxiety is not all your money tied up in one asset. Your anxiety is worried about losing it.
Yeah. Because
right.
because Nicole, you connected the '08 crash with your parents' divorce. And so, it sounds like psychologically you're connecting the money risk along with a past relationship issue. And two separate things here. Two totally different things. And that mindset of you putting down the 20%, as Dave said, the payment's going to be lower. And then you're also going to be investing 15% in growth stock mutual funds. So you're not going to have everything in one thing. You're going to be diversified. You got the growth stock mutual funds and you have your home. So that's going to put you on the path at 23 years old. I mean, seriously, that puts you on a path to become an everyday millionaire in your early 40s if you don't deviate.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's say that what price range home would we be talking about, just as an example, roughly?
300,000.
Okay, let's say that you put 150 down. Okay, 50% down.
Okay.
And you got in trouble financially. What would you do with the house? Lose it, a foreclosure?
I hope not.
Well, let me help you. You have a $300,000 house you owe $150 on. You could sell it, right?
Right.
But if you owe $298 on it and you're in trouble and it's worth $300, you can't get out of it. You're stuck.
Okay.
So the more you put down, the more likelihood you could get rid of it in the event that there was a major problem. And the lower payment you have, so the easier it would be to float if there's a major problem. So the point is, debt-free or moving towards debt-free is always lower risk, not more risk. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And the thing is that what Chris pointed out, and you pointed it out too, is that the '08 crash, the stress of that exposed the weaknesses in your mom and dad's marriage. The weaknesses were already there. The stress didn't cause it, it exposed it. Money problems and large amounts of wealth both magnify what's already there. They don't make it. In other words, rich people don't become mean. Sometimes mean people become rich.
Okay.
It's exposed by their wealth, their meanness. But it was there all along, if they're mean. Now, I know a lot of rich people that aren't mean. Don't misunderstand. I'm not calling rich people mean. But I'm saying if you see someone who gives a lot of money away, they're a philanthropist if they're wealthy. They're just generous if they're not wealthy. But it's the same thing. It's just exposed more because they got more money. And so the money problems bring out the stress, or the stress bring out the stress, and that exposes the problems in a relationship. It exposes character things. It did with me when I went broke. I mean, my insecurities were magnified because I was a 28-year-old father with a brand new baby and a toddler, and they were magnified off the chart when we lost everything. And so anything Sharon said that made me feel like she didn't respect me made me go bonkers because my insecurities were magnified by the money stress. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that don't confuse that with how much to put down on a house. Those are different things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the first copy I've ever given away of Know Yourself, Know Your Money.
Oh.
Since it comes out tomorrow,
Yeah.
I can start giving away now.
You sure can, Dave.
So, and that really does enter into this discussion a lot.
It does, because, Nicole, remember, you're also going to follow the plan. If you're already out of debt, you're going to build up a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. Boom, that's there. Then you're going to start to save for the home down payment, baby step 3B, and then you're investing. So you're putting yourself on the path to be able to have peace of mind because you're working a plan that actually works.
Yeah, you're going to be fine.
Yes, you are.
And take your time. You're 23. If it takes you an extra year or two to get comfortable with it, fine. Just keep piling up money. There's very few people that are debt-free and have a pile of money that are worried about money. It just doesn't come up much.
Yeah.
I haven't had people call me up and go, my house is paid for and I'm just freaked out. That one doesn't come up much. So it's a place to aim towards.